everybody. Hi. um. Oh yeah, that's a good call. Well. Okay. Oops.
Sorry.
Make sure everyone can hear you all as well. Hello, everybody. Oh man, OBS has a bunch of new stuff. Oh well. Anyway, I'll look at that another day. We're here. A note's up. Well, we had certainly an interesting last session. Brings us around to this week. Oh, that's incredible, Carly. I gotta stop looking at other things. I was just in the Discord. That is incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have to look at them zoomed in a bit. Okay, but after stream, because here we are to play some D&D. um, yeah, lovely to have you all here. I feel like I'm missing something, but oh well. Last session we continued. Our amazing party here continued their journey down through Crystal Brook, um, resupplying a little bit, and then continued further south down through the crossroads, big four-way intersection in the roads of this continent. And even got, I think, 2 days south of that. There's another almost a week, a little shy of a week before they hit the Phalans, that area of forest. But they did encounter another forest prior to that. They've been traveling through it for half a day, and then they slept, and then most of another day. It's reaching evening time, where they you all started to feel an eerie sense of fear creep in, as though some terrible fate minute. And I think that's where we kind of wrapped up, just to quickly summarize the end of last session. Um, yeah, I think there's also, not tonight, but I believe tomorrow night is the first full moon of the season. So we'll see how things go from there. I should open up my calendar here and date. Um, all right. So as you're all right, you're walking through currently. Um, I'll check in with you all. Is there anything you want to do this day as you're starting to get that feeling? If you want any time to roleplay, it's a pretty intense feeling that's sort of crept up over the past hour for each of you. If you wanted to roleplay anything out, otherwise I'll skip us till camp setup.
I
Okay.
think just being hyper vigilant around just looking around everywhere, trying to see where the source is coming from. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go make a perception check if you would like.
My best set of skills. I know what perception is. Just let me roll it. Oh Lord. It's
Yes.
2.
Okay.
It's 2.
Yeah, there's so many things that could be spooky here, but an owl hoots in a tree, and everything's a little startling, but nothing specific that seems to settle in. But the feeling only continues to grow as you continue to travel the next 2 or 3 hours before setting up camp for the night. Get a campfire going, some stew or food over the dinner. Tents are set up, and you all sit down to eat. Um, Legion, of course, just recently returned with Tempest, the wolf spirit shape. We're now in a mortal form that wants to travel with her. They're also
Holy shit.
Is there anything you'd like to go over to set up dinner for the night? Because that feeling's definitely even stronger now.
I forgot. Serena wasn't here the last time. I have a new wolf now.
Triple wolf.
Love it. Love
We
it.
also have stuff to contain our werewolfism.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, we do have protections
Mhm.
because mine got out of hand.
A little out of hand.
It's
What
fine.
happened?
I couldn't control. I mean, what was it, the fourth night, right? Third night,
Yeah,
fourth night.
we were
It got
good
out
for
of
the
control.
first 3 nights, and the 4th night.
Mhm.
It
It was like,
Buck wild.
oh yeah, fun times.
Mhm.
All right.
Vicious battle. Yep.
I'm trying to find the link to the stats because I feel like we're gonna need those. I have them starred in my Google Docs. Oops.
Oh,
Okay,
nice,
whatever.
nice. Oh, right. I built out the official stuff. Yeah, nice.
Exciting.
Also, Feyor wants to become a werewolf again.
Yeah.
Oh
Didn't-
yeah.
Questionable things were said between Feyor and Ladrin.
I miss
Mhm.
in character dialogue. Ah, damn it.
Oh yeah, no. Tuna and Dia were sitting off to the side, like, are they?
I'm
Legion.
never celebrating my birthday again.
No, you're not allowed.
It's awesome. I think Legion was like, do you want me to bite you? And then was talking about biting her like in her thigh or something like that. I think was
Yeah.
was the soldier like, oh, like that's the first spot suggested. I think,
I missed the juiciest bits.
I'll clip it for you later.
Thank you.
I think Tuna tried to do like an insight.
I did.
Yeah.
Did it go well or no?
I don't think I really.
It was a good role, and I think
Yeah.
Ladrin shared that Ladrin was like in a confused state. Does she?
Yeah, that's right.
Does
That's
she
right.
not? Mhm.
No, I was
Mhm.
confused. Feelings.
Gosh, but no, I understand the making a choice, and then it's like, ah, man, I want to go back to
Just load the saved game again and try it again.
Yeah.
I've had
Deny.
moments where I'm living and I like have that thought and I'm like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I
There
can
is
just.
no F8 for life. You need to do this
Like,
right.
Yeah, I'm literally, before I send a text message, I'm like, if this is the wrong one, I can just like
The wrong
quick
dialogue option.
load a save. And I'm like, no, that's not anything.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
what it's been like on the road the past like
Okay.
couple of
So
weeks.
this
The vibes.
heightened anxiety and then underling of like, what did we see last time we traveled together? Like,
Yes.
perfect.
Nice.
Okay. I have
Well,
context
perfect.
and need.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. Oh God. Yeah, I think at this point, just in getting into camp and setting everything up, I think at least for Dia, it's now starting to manifest with like lightning and static kind of like sparking off the gold on her skin, just like not knowing what's going on is starting to physically manifest.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'll add briefly to Fiora. I think shared a little bit of insight too on why she wanted to keep the wolf, like
Mm.
with all of you sitting around. Sadia would have been there, but sort of sharing that she just wanted it removed at the time. But then when she had that experience with the wolf in her mind before, where the wolf was like, I understand, and she got that feeling like the wolf just wanted to be there so somebody knew that the wolf existed. So like, there was some acknowledgement of their existence. And it kind of hit Feora. and that's sort of what, brought her around. She also had some insight into recognizing that the wolves seem to match personalities a bit. Ladrin's doesn't know how to hold back. It doesn't have a lot of like just goes all out, and that's why it's been like not wanting to talk really and just acting on its instinct, which is a good thing. Let's not just to clarify that.
Well,
its own
in the
thing.
words of Psych, wolf's gonna wolf.
Yeah, perfect. And Tuna's had a lot of strength and sort of independence, like a very strong sense of will, but has also been open to communication and understanding and protecting the pack and things like that. And when Pharaoh met hers, it was more not a lot of that primal nature, but more uh, sort of calm of mind and not calculating, but so she's sort of picked up on that too,
Okay.
and shared. But for tonight, you all settle in then. Um, can Fiora and Langer make an insight check? Tuna, given role play and everything, you already notice like Dia's sparks, and you already know what that means. I would say. I feel like you have that kind of connection already. Just to see if Fiora and Langer pick up on Dia's nervousness or Dia's, not nervousness, but the sparks. Fiora, what'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
Oh wow, okay. Latrin?
21.
Okay. Dia, are you trying to hide that on the wall or noticing it, or are you just
I think given who the group is, I think no. I think Dia is very much comfortable with everyone, with all of her friends and such, that giving yourself permission to feel with people that you trust is
Yeah.
now the motto.
Yay, that's awesome. What do you feel since they both have a 20 that they might glean?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a heightened sense of anxiousness. Because I think in trying to understand it, as I'm trying to understand my character, we've been going around talking to these very powerful beings and not being subtle with the adversaries that have come against them. And now that there's just this unknown feeling is very much unsettling for her.
Okay, so you all picked that up, and Tuna, you just got that, right off the bat, of course. In case anyone wants to, share, otherwise I'll move us on to watch.
I'm just gonna go sit next to Dia as
Aww.
we're like kind of winding down for the night.
Dia approves. I'm just kidding.
Like a
Dia,
little
we'll
spark,
remember that.
like kind of hits Tuna, and they go, "You nervous?"
Yes, I get. It has been very apparent that when we know what's after us, we know how to handle it, whether that's through negotiations or just by throwing everything at it until it stops moving. It's the not knowing that I think is prevailing at the moment. So I guess it's more nervousness and agitation. If they are those synonyms? No, they mean different things.
You don't have to explain it. It's all right. Can I help in any way?
I think you just being next to me helps.
And I'll just kind of reach over
Mhm.
and just hold my hand out.
I'll take it.
Beautiful. It helps offset that feeling a bit, that closeness, the support. Leave any room to, in case, if we were, of course, you've been taking a little time to consider, the bite and things like that. You know that the full moon is coming tomorrow. Did you actually decide to wait until after that to talk about it? Was that it? You didn't want to do it last second before the moon transition? Or what are your thoughts, Farah?
About the bite?
Regarding the bite, do you still want it? Do you not? Or are you going to wait until after the next 4 nights of full moons to continue talking about it with Ladrin? What is on your mind now?
She just don't want it. I think because Ladron can't quite control the wolf in that way
Hmm.
to administer it. It was going to be kind of a play by ear situation.
Mm-hmm.
So
And are you considering waiting until Ladrin can, or talking to Tuna?
I don't know. Probably Ladron, because we're the ones that had the whole conversation.
Well, if you're still considering it, well, I'll just wait on your cue. Continue pursuing that. All right. For the as the night continues, there's still, of course, that pretty intense feeling. You finish up a nice hearty meal together, another night on the road. You probably become somewhat, accustomed to it at this point, as you only have these little stints in cities these days. Um, and you pack up for the night. Or is everyone doing their regular watches for the night? Okay. Let's see. That's Latran Fiora, then Tuna. Right. Ladrin, go ahead and make a perception check as everyone tucks in for bed. A little peeksy around the camp to keep everyone safe tonight.
That's a 27.
27, that's amazing. With this heightened sense of like, oh my gosh, what is this impending, doom? You were extra vigilant. You carefully patrol around the camp. You investigate every sound you hear, even some that you know is probably just woodland creatures, and thankfully, there is nothing that occurs during your walk. And I will let you go ahead and wake up Feora.
Okay. She will walk over and instead of doing her normal shenanigans, she's just gonna gently wake her up.
That time already?
Uh-huh.
She's like looking around, like expecting something to like fall on her.
Yep, good. Okay, good night.
You
Okay.
Go to sleep.
Awesome. Blushing, Ladrin runs off too. And then dives in.
Yep.
Don't look at me. All right, you hopping up to take your watch in, Feora?
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check if you would.
Ooh, 13.
Okay. Well, you are keeping a careful watch. Gotta get my notes up for no reason. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you are keeping a careful watch around camp. Same thing. There's some sounds that warrant inspection, but things seem to be going pretty smoothly. You do notice, however, moderately close to the camp, maybe just a couple 100 feet away. You hear some sounds of movement, and you see a little bit of smoke coming up through the trees. 200 feet away, so uncomfortably close to you.
I think she'll sneak over to try and scope it out.
Go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage under the cover of darkness here.
Oh my god.
Yes, what you get?
They were both 20s.
Wow. You find yourself in the Shadowfell suddenly. Just kidding.
So the total's 31.
Okay, beautiful.
Oh my god.
So you know just what to do. You have all the time you need to prepare to slink into the darkness. Your boots, of course, they make no sound as you walk, and you carefully navigate your way over. It takes it's not very long. It's only 200 feet away, but you're being cautious as you're being stealthy. It's maybe just 2 minutes, so you're still really close to your camp. You go over, and as you're approaching, I'm going to start splitting some information up here. You see through the trees, you're not quite at this area yet, a glow like of fire and booming smoke. It's gotten much larger than it was when you saw it 2 minutes ago. You continue until you're, how close do you want to get? Like 30 feet away, 45 or something, so you can like get a good look? 60 feet away would be the minimum to get like a decent look. Probably 40 feet away would get you like a really good look.
I'll say 40.
Okay. Yeah, as you hit that 60-foot mark, you see that there's a bunch of brush on fire here. And as you get about 40 feet away, you're feeling the heat from this fire that's now that you're 40 feet away, you can see several trees are on fire, and the smoke is pluming up. Adding to the sense of danger that you get as you're here, you make an investigation check or perception. If you're just trying to like take in what's here, do perception. If there's something like, if you want to look for people or sentient life or something, then you could do an investigation check. But let me know which you'd like and what you get.
I did an investigation check for 15.
Okay, and you're looking for like sentient people and stuff, or
just people, like why there might be things on fire.
okay. There are no people, no creatures. You're positive. Just this flame that is growing by the moment as you watch. Eerily, though, the flames don't dance orange or yellow or red. They're blue. Now I'm going to pause you for a second and ask Tuna, Dia, and Ladrin to do perception checks with advantage, please. And Tuna, when you're done, let me know what you get.
I haven't figured out how to roll with advantage yet, so I have to roll too.
Oh, no problem.
That's
Right
a
click, I
12.
just figured it out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
It's 12.
And Dia?
You said perception, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a disadvantage because I am definitely asleep, or is it just a straight roll?
It'll actually be with advantage for reasons.
Okay. Can
Mhm.
someone tell me how to roll with advantage?
Right click.
Right click.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Fresh
advantage
info
and then
for
roll.
everybody.
Advantage. There it is. All right. Roll.
Thank you, Tasha.
Oh shit. A double-digit number. Crazy.
What?
So it's 12.
Also
Jeez.
12. Oh. Awesome. And Ladrin?
25.
Okay, beautiful. That's all very fitting. So
You got more than me and Dia combined.
The other dice wasn't that much, so
All right, so just kind of keeping it in order of how things are being perceived. Feora, let me ask, not that you'll get far in your next task, but what would you like to do? Is you've gotten close, you see this flames are jumping from, from tree to tree, burning through the brush, and they're blue. What's your next step?
Probably go back to the camp because I don't have anything to handle this.
Excellent. You turn to head back to the camp. Are you gonna like book it like double speed, like dashing, or staying still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I would want to be stealthy, but I also don't make any noise with my steps. So
Yeah, you start doing a decent pace back. As you're turning and returning to the camp, you see that now there are several other plumes of smoke in the forest nearby, around the camp and other areas.
does
Good.
does it look like a signal?
It looks very much like the smoke plume behind you that you just investigated. Doesn't look like a little campfire. It looks like something like a raging fire. Several of them dot the sky. Okay, so you're heading back. Let's see. Tuna, Dia, and Ladrin, you're all gonna wake up. I'm just gonna kind of cover what you all experienced initially. You're all awoken from your sleep or sleep trance, in later case, by the smell of smoke and the sound of your own coughing. You return to your waking senses. You indeed find now smoke trailing into your tents. Now I'm going to quickly send one of you a little extra info on top of that. And then I'll continue on with a little bit of a description for everybody. And stuff too. Okay. Let me ask on doing this. I assume Tuna and Dia and Ladrin, our viewers come back. So everyone that's in their tents probably wants to step outside.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Make sure you get the right person here. Okay. I'm gonna try and do two things at once. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Well, as you step outside, you also find these huge plumes of smoke rising from the forest up into the sky in many different directions as you're looking around. The camp. They're not far off from the camp. The smoke is trailing on the wind over here. You can actually see some of the flames dancing between the trees. This one fire is 200 feet away. There's another, it's maybe like 85. In another direction, it's like 4 or 5 different directions. And again, eerily, the flames are blue, leaving you with an extra feeling of unease. Yeah. What would the two? Okay. Great. Bear's on her way back. So, what would the three of you like to do? I'll start with Tuna.
I'm trying to find everyone.
Okay.
I'm like looking around the camp, trying to put eyes on my friends.
Okay. Make a quick perception check. This will be relatively low DC, of course. For the person I was messaging, that should be everything.
24.
Whoa! Right. Yeah.
Now I get it.
Awesome. As you're coming out of your tent, Dia, you're coming out of yours, and Ladrin, you're coming out of yours. Okay. So you'll see Dia coming out of her tent. Let me. I've got another message I'm going to send to another person I've got to check in on. I'm so sorry.
Terrifying.
It's so terrifying. I gotta
because we're all just sitting here like, are we getting the message?
I know.
Like, I don't know why I would get this message, but am I getting this message?
Like, whose backstory's coming up? Who is it?
I wonder who it could be with it being blue,
Blue
fire.
Mystery abounds. Just kidding, it's Poppy.
It's
Nice.
Poppy.
The fire starter.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. I actually had forgotten that we have a blue fire user. Just if everyone wants to do a history check.
Sure.
That's gonna go well for me. Oh. Not sure if it did.
80. Oh, nice. I will tune it. What'd you get?
Oh,
16.
Okay. Nice.
all right, I just watched it's not you, the virtual dice. I saw it land on the nice big D&D Beyond B, and then it
Yeah.
was like 8.
Oh, boo.
It's 12 total.
It always
Okay,
does
so-
that too.
Nice. Oh, so yeah, they tease. Feora?
I got a 10.
10. Okay. And Ladrin.
Wait, what?
History check.
History,
I
thank you.
forgot that you have blue flames too, so I want to give everyone like
17.
okay, 10's the DC, so thankfully everyone gets it. You all recall that there was once before a terrible fire that swept across the entire continent in blue flame, the Hellfire. It torched everything between the wildwood thicket all the way down to like the Phelan's forest that you're almost near, clean from west to east, or across the coast. Now the Morishita expanse of plains, because it was like 16 years ago this took place. So anyway, just to put that into context for everybody. Anyway, that whether or not that helps you in this moment, you would at least be aware that that was the thing. And here, sweeping blue flames through the forest. So I'm going to, the fire is spreading quickly, devouring the forest as fuel. Tuna, you've spotted everybody. Feora, you spot Feora returning as well, Tuna. Dia, what would you like to do as your first thing as you step out of the tent?
Oh gosh. I think seeing everyone immediately,
Mhm.
I think it's just just asking, what do we do? What is this? And then maybe try to look around to see if there's someone who is starting the fire. I think trying to
Okay.
orient where the origins of the flames are coming from.
Gotcha. Yeah, go and make an investigation check if you want.
All right. That's the letter I, Serena. Get it together. Ooh, a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay,
Ooh.
you can assess pretty quickly with a keen eye. You look for any figures or creatures. There's birds flocking away, and creatures in the distance, but no figures, nothing sentient that would be walking around or starting these. You do you take in the scene. The winds from the heat are allowing you watch as they allow the branches to fall and flames to leap from one tree to another, and there's almost this something beautiful in the way the flames are so many in number. The whole forest around is catching fire, but there's something beautiful in the way that uh, it almost acts more like a liquid, the flames swirling and swishing about and dancing against the dark cold contrast of the empty night sky and the dark clouds of smoke above. But no one seems to be setting things. Ladrin, you come out, and what would you like to do as your first thing as you step out of the tent?
There is a very visibly like panicked look to her face as she's trying to get an eye on each person. So making sure she's locked eyes on Ayora, Tuna, and Dia. Make sure that they're okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're popping out and Feora's returning. I guess when we check Feora, as you return too, what's the first thing you'd like to do if you're back at camp?
So we should get out of here. This does not look like a natural fire. I went to go investigate the first area I saw. I don't see any people. I think this is like the incident from 16 years ago. And that we do best to get out.
Yeah.
Okay. Try to speed pack our stuff.
You grab like just the essentials, begin packing up. It's a very dire state. The fire is spinning. It's in all directions. There are patches that look like maybe you can still race through. I'd have to ask which direction you'd like to head. You know that there's at least a day to escape the woods north. But I don't know that any, do you want to try and go back to that where you know, or do you want to head in a different direction and hope for the best? You know, the coast is to the west, but please.
What direction are we trying to head toward?
South,
like, is
further.
that south? Okay,
South,
is that completely blocked off by the flames?
There seems to be enough room to go in any of the cardinal directions, or even like, northwest, northeast.
Would any of us be familiar with this area?
You've probably traveled it before. I think everyone in Ladrin has probably traveled it before. I think Dia and Tuna would have gone north through the crossroads. I don't think they would have been down this way. Do you know that the mountains are off to the left? But I think that this is like this particular spot would be, I guess, make a survival check, Feora, to see like what you might recall about this.
I'm gonna also maybe see if I can hop on the broom and fly up just to get a better look. She got a 24.
Okay, and Feora?
5.
Okay.
Also, we should do DM inspiration.
Oh,
Only moderately related.
that's a really good call. Let's pause and do that.
Pause.
So I don't get distracted. Oops, that was loud. Oh, jeez. All right, for the DM inspo roll, straight D20. Carly, what'd you get?
13.
Okay. Lil? Okay.
20.
Oh no. That's okay. That's 3 20s inside as many minutes. Yeah.
That makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Serena? Oh, I'm sorry. You might be muted.
I gotta do it at least once every session. Is this for DM inspiration?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. 16.
Okay. And Tasha?
6.
Ah, okay. Carly, you get a 14.
Oh,
So Serena's super close, but you edged in. Yeah.
makes up for the jump scare. I changed my dice to the Big B's hand dice.
Oh.
They make noise and then a giant hand appears, just
Oh,
so you
God.
guys are aware. It's mildly terrifying.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, so you've got that for tonight, which is a D8. Fair, you're not really sure. This doesn't, as you're thinking back, you're like, I don't really remember like this particular portion of air, along the way. Ledrin, you recall roughly, I mean, you don't know this exact spot, right? But you know that the mountains are probably closer to get to than going a whole day and change up north, but it's probably still like 12 hours to the west to reach the base of the mountain. south is the Phelan's, so probably more forest. And, yeah,
You said west for the
West.
mountains.
yeah, west or
Ish.
southwest. Southwest is kind of the direction you're headed south, a little bit southwest. So west off to the mountains or southwest. Either one. Maybe like 16 hours if you went southwest. 12 if you went directly west.
Probably 12 hours if we're like to get to the mountains where it's probably safer.
I'd like to ask
Yeah.
everyone to roll a D12, please. 1D12.
Can I get the girls out and us kind of zoom a little bit?
Yes, I will get back to you on the details of that in a minute, but let me also get this. It's not battle, but I need something with tension, so I'm just gonna play this and link this for y'all.
Attention enough.
I got some bad news
It's-
about what I rolled.
Oh
it's
no!
not battle, but I need tension.
Yeah. All right, Tuna, what'd you get?
1.
Okay, I'd like you to write that down somewhere. I mean, I guess you don't really have to, right? But just keep that
Okay.
number in mind, because there might be some tracking with it. Feora?
I got an 8.
Okay, yep, same thing. Write that number down. Dia?
I got an 11.
Nice. Okay, same thing. Keep write it down to keep track. And Ladrin?
3.
Okay, nice. Same thing. Jot that down to keep track, if you would. Okay, so Ladrin, you're armed with that information. Tuna, you go to bring the girls out, and it does not work. Your Pokeball just lands on the ground.
Shit. I'll just scoop it up and just, stick it wherever we keep the Pokeball. And try not to look too panicked.
Hey, Ladrid, you have the knowledge of which way would be your best bet to share with everyone if you wish.
Now that I'm thinking about it, where's Tempest?
Tempest is
nearby?
there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, they were just in your tent a minute ago, so you want to
Okay.
get them.
Okay. I'll probably. Are they able to carry 2 people?
You can ask them if you want.
Okay, yes, she will definitely ask.
You head into the tent. The Tempest is there.
If Tempest is still in the tent, then yes.
Yeah,
back.
she was. You go and zip, but no Tempest.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Never mind. I had a plan. She'll run to everybody again, just real panicked. Like, we need to head west now.
Ladrin standing at the edge of the campsite, dark bits of forest behind her, but the light of these intense blue flames not that far off, flickering and highlighting the side of her face with like high contrast. The heat you can all feel on your skin now. It's getting pretty intense.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Dia, as I imagine you are going to take a second, like get Gil, right?
Yeah.
Gil's not there.
Oh no.
Scully's not there.
Where's my baby?
You spend as much time looking as you can manage, but the flames are encroaching. Feora, what you got?
I could do that thing where I could see through Scully's eyes, right?
You can certainly give it a shot. Yeah, you try and peer through Scully's eyes, and there's just you're squinting your eyes, but nothing happens. A tree falls just beside the camp as one side is about to flames dance.
Oh,
They're all
shit.
smart. We have to go.
Okay.
We can't stay
Yep.
here.
Yeah, Ladron's just gonna
Run.
yell again, like, we need to go now.
Mhm.
You all set off. You start hustling through. There's only a few sections where you can get through when you're trying to head westward, and you begin racing. Can I ask each of you to make an athletics check for me? I'm going to let you do the first one with advantage, as you're probably pretty motivated. You're already
I didn't
sweating
have it.
before you even begin to run from the heat. But feeling the flames, even 20, 30 feet, they're engulfing entire trees, is wild. The wind that whips, the branches that are falling, and as you race. Tuna, what'd you get for your athletics check?
21.
Nice. Okay, you are hauling butt. Excellent. Feora?
I already forgot. Sorry. 17.
17. Thea?
18.
Excellent.
Oh.
Ladra, I was extra worried about Thea, so that's good.
14.
14. Okay.
Mhm.
You're all hustling as quickly as you can for the first, you get that first 5 minutes in, and then your chest starts to hurt a little bit. As you're all pretty adept with this skill, especially with all the traveling you're doing, but intense running, smoke filling your, it's all going up, but you're still getting ash and smoke from the forest burning around you, entering your lungs. As you were navigating over branches and roots of the forest floor, a tree collapses right along 45-degree angle along all of you. Can I have each of you make a quick dexterity saving throw?
Oh, no.
I'll go backwards this time. Ladron, let me know what you got once you get it.
13.
A 13. You just barely leap out of you, stop for a minute, and it collapses in front of you. There's that's a success. And so, can you roll a d4 and Ladron for me?
2.
Okay, you take 1 point of fire damage. What was your number that you rolled on the d12?
3.
Subtract 1 from it. Dia, what did you get on your dex save?
9.
Oh, okay. While the trunk of the tree doesn't hit you, you dodge out of the way of that, but one of those branches, those heavy branches near the top, cracks you in the back of the leg, and it pins you down.
Oh, fuck.
It hurts. Your ankle hurts. You can feel where it got that ankle good. Can you roll, it's just a d4.
Okie dokie.
This is for the falling
Mine-
damage.
Did it click? It didn't. Hold on. Roll to everyone. There it goes, a little triangle. 1.
Okay, and what was your number?
11.
11. Okay. Go ahead and subtract that from the 11, and
Mhm.
then please roll a d6, as there's fire engulfing you.
Okay, so the 11 becomes a 10.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Now you want me to roll a d6, you said?
Thank you.
Okay.
As the flames start burning up your leg.
5.
Okay, subtract that from your 10.
Okay.
Okay. Feora, what did you get? You automatically succeed, right? Because rogue on dexterity saving throws? Evasion?
I think that's damage wise. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna be taking half damage, I take none.
Oh,
If
okay.
I take any damage, it's
Gotcha.
half.
Okay.
But I got a 21.
Okay, you very nimbly dodge out of the way. And Tuna, what did you get?
5.
Just to flavor this up, because you're trying to save yourself, but how can I not do something for the Tuna Dia moment? Do you, in response to seeing, the first part of the tree land on Dia, do you do anything? Within
I feel
the
like I
failure?
kind of hesitate for a second.
Okay. Right, and it's that hesitation that creates the failure saving throw. Can't, should you pause and while you're thinking, another portion of the tree, the whole that top like 5 feet of the tree broke free and just tumbled on its own and lands on you, hitting you. Can you roll a d4 for the bludgeoning?
That's a 4.
Okay. Now you had a 1.
I had a 1. That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. You get knocked out. Everything turns black for you as you feel the I mean, you're resistant to fire damage, but this fire doesn't feel like you're very resistant to it. So Feora and Ladrid, you see Dia pinned under a limb, a burning limb. What do you two want to do?
Fuck.
Tuna, I'm gonna send you something real quick.
No, Carly. No.
Sorry, the Feora, Tuna, Feora, Ladrin, what did you want to do? You're exclaiming. Are you gonna? Did anyone jump to help her? I'm so sorry, I got sidetracked. All right, so you're both going to do your thing. Okay. In what way do you want to help? Someone's got to lift that burning branch, or do you just want to like try and pull Dia out from underneath it?
Layden would probably automatically try to lift up the. Yeah, lift up the branch, the tree.
Sure. It's light enough where you can lift it. It's just engulfed in flame. You're still welcome to do it. Just wanted you want to set the scene that you're seeing.
And also do like grasping vine or something. No, I think she's too panicked to do anything else. So she'll go to the first person that's closest to her and probably yell at Feora to like help. Like, I'll lift, you pull.
She'll immediately run over.
Okay. All right. So, Ladrin, give me a quick athletics check. Yeah.
Well, okay.
You do it at advantage. It's a light branch, and it's like, lift the bus, mom. Moment. So.
Oh, okay. That's 17. Thank you.
Okay.
Lift the bus.
All right. So you lift this thing over. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me, Latrin, because you're gonna get burned a little.
1.
Okay, good. Subtract that from wherever you're at with your tally so far. Feora, you pull Dia out and help Dia up. Dia, that ankle's hurting. But you still feel like you can run on it. You'll just have to push through some pain.
Okay.
It's the flames that licked up your leg that, you're like, kind of, it went a little numb. Like, you can run, but you know that you got hurt.
Gotcha.
All right. What are you at currently, Ladrin? Subtracting that 1. You're at 1? Okay.
So 1.
All right, the 3 of you see Tuna just out, completely laid out, this big chunk of the top of the tree on their back. But the
Yeah,
flames
immediately
are
running.
Okay, Dia, you
Yeah,
get over.
where do we need to run? Where do we need to just like trying to yell over the roaring flames? Like, where do we need to go? Like, which direction?
West.
Okay.
Go yell again.
I'm just going to take Tuna's hand and then with my left hand, curl it and like claw the air and cast Dimension Door.
Right.
So
You
cool.
and rip through, but nothing.
Fuck.
You stand watching embers fly by as the forest is collapsing. You all.
Shit. Is the spell slot used?
Spell slot is not used.
Okay. Seeing it not working, shit. And then I'm just gonna try to move the tree.
Yeah, you can give it a kick. You can try and push it and roll it up, but it's on fire.
Mhm.
So
That's fine. I do not care.
okay, nice. Go ahead and do an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
As you're like, well, baby, you push that.
Figured
Power.
Ladrin would be there to help. Like,
Yeah.
pull.
100%.
Okay.
16.
Oh, nice, beautiful. It's a little heavy, and with the wound, you really start feeling some of that fire damage start sizzling up your leg as your skin is stretching tight with the push, and it can't do it anymore. It's been cooked. But thankfully, Figure and Laser are pulling. Tuna on the other side, you manage to roll it off Tuna. But Tuna's out cold. What do you do?
Okay.
Another tree falls awfully close.
Yeah, on the broom, right? Yeah.
Turn to Ladrin. Ladrin, do you ask on the broom for Tuna?
Sorry.
Does the
That's okay.
broom work?
Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
It just kind of went anyways. Yes. Yes, of course. Like,
Right, you lay Tuna over the broom and say the command word, and nothing happens. The broom starts to catch fire.
Fuck. Then, yeah, I guess we're just running, trying to hold Tuna up and just running.
Okay.
Pat the flames down.
All right, who wants to? It'll take two people to move Tuna along with you, and you'll be running at half speed.
Yeah.
So Dia
100%.
and Feora. Okay. The two of you hoist Tuna up and race. Ladrin, are you slowing your pace to match them, or are you trying to stay ahead 15, 30 feet? Keep an eye on stuff.
she'll stay ahead maybe 10 to 15 feet just to make sure the path is clear, that they're going in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and so you continue to race through this forest. It's collapsing around you. You approach a section of forest that in front of you is burning. You have to turn left and try and circumnavigate this next bit of fire, but you feel how slow you are between the wound, Dia, that you have and carrying Tuna. But you're not going to let Tuna stay behind in all this. Okay, may I have one more athletics check from everyone except Tuna?
Okay. Oh, no.
Let me know, Feora, first, what you got?
20 for a 19.
Oh, okay. All right, that's awesome. And Dia?
9.
Okay. And Ladrin?
14.
I'm gonna take an average there. I'm gonna take an average between Feora and Dia because the two of you are carrying Tuna. So the alley of non-fire forest has narrowed considerably as you're racing through, but you're still at it. Still see a way to go, and so you run. I'd like to ask everyone, except Tuna, for a Constitution saving throw, as the heat is so intense that it is sapping energy from you. Your lungs are filling with smoke. And I'll go backwards for this one. Ladrin, what'd you get?
14 again.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's how I felt. Yes.
Nice.
This is fine.
Dia.
11.
Okay. And Feora.
15.
Okay.
I'm so good at Constitution too.
Um. Sorry, multitasking. Who got 15 or higher? Feora? Just Feora, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dia and Ladrin, you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
But you're alive. You're hustling. The driven by fear and survival instinct and keeping keeping Tuna safe. You continue to push and push and push. As the corridor narrows, there are a number of down trees that you have that go from burning forest to burning forest. There's a spot where you think you might be able to kind of crawl through quickly and get to the other side of these several trees widthwise, or you can try and climb over them quickly, taking some fire damage. Or for anyone that feels like maybe they can jump, it's probably maybe 5 feet tall in some areas, the shortest areas. Maybe you can try and jump over that. Let me know what each of you would like to do. I'll start with Feora, because you've got to get Tuna through and over this too, if you're planning on that.
So options are jumping or pushing through.
I'm so sorry, what's that?
Options are jumping or pushing through.
You can try and climb through a slightly burny spot, taking only a little fire damage. You can try and jump clean over it for only a small bit of burny damage, or you can try and actually climb over it. If you can't make the jump, you might land in it and burn more. You know what I mean? So it's like how much you want to gamble. You think you can get through one of these? Mechanically, it's probably an acrobatics check to dive through in the little spaces. It would be an athletics check to jump over, or there's no check to just climb over it and get burned to it. But you got two.
Well, mechanically, I do better with acrobatics, but would I have to be doing this simultaneously with Dia?
Multitasking fail. What was that last part?
Would I have to be doing it simultaneously with Dia to push through?
You'll have to think of something else probably for Tuna. Like if you just want to get through yourself, that's sort of what you're doing. If you are walking over it, then you can both try and carry Tuna and walk over it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have to get Tuna through either way, so...
I sent someone another message just to put that out there.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I would have to ask Dia then, since we're kind of in this together here.
100%. The option that the option that carries Tuna through. So, I'm fine taking some damage to get them to safety.
Okay. Right. If the two of you are heading clean over that, then just if you each roll a d6.
Okay.
And Dia, let me know what you get.
I got a 6.
Okay. Go ahead and subtract that from your total.
Okay.
And Feora?
I got a 4.
Okay, subtract that from your total. What does that leave you at, Fiora?
4.
And Ladrin, while they're doing this, what would you like to do?
Don't know. Um,
You can acrobatics
Oh.
through the hole on one side. You can try and leap over the whole thing with athletics, or you can walk over it with them if you're trying to like assist with tuna or anything, or just like stay with them. But you were a little ahead of them, but you paused probably to let them know.
yeah. I'm nervous about taking more damage because I'm at 1.
Okay,
I'll probably just like help to lead from the other side. I'm better with acrobatics than I am athletics.
okay. Go
I'll
for it.
try that.
All right.
Okay. Wait, hold up, please. Thank you. 21.
Okay. So you make it through. You'll take half damage instead of full damage because you succeeded. But
Okay.
you're leaping through the burning. So go ahead and roll a d6, and we'll do half of that.
I rolled a 6.
Go. Okay, so 3.
The 3.
Mhm.
Okay.
What does that leave you at after you subtract that?
Negative.
All right. Dia, Fiora, you're at the top, climbing over this with Tuna in tow. You watched Ladrin dive in to that side to tumble through. In the distance, you see the forest open up, maybe 400 or 500 feet, starting to thin out here. See maybe the base of some hills where maybe the mountains are going to begin. There is freedom from this fire in sight. The one thing that seems to be missing is while Ladrin jumped in, she did not jump out.
Shit.
Ladrin, for you, you pass out, things go dark.
Oh,
Faora goes to look for her where she should be.
All right. You've got maybe a 25, 30 foot wide corridor of non-fire. Like it's kind of burning and closing the path ahead of you to the other side. As trees are falling, you watch entire branches and fire across. There's a swirl of fire, like a mini fire tornado in the distance, just picking up branches and burning things. Dia, you've got Tuna now. Yourself. As Feyre goes to do this, or do you want to wait for her, or do you want to like fall?
Is the dragon link working?
I'll try it.
It's not.
Like Fiora, can you hear me?
You
Not
don't-
working. Okay. I think. Oh goodness. I'm just gonna use rules of the force. I'm gonna trust Feora, fully capable. I'm going to carry Tuna the
Okay.
rest of the way out.
You hustle. I'll get back
And
with the
also,
Oh, yeah.
clarifying question:
Yes.
Are we subtracting the damage we take from the D12 we rolled earlier, or
Yeah.
directly from our hit point? Okay.
Yep, from
Just
the
making
D12.
sure
Mhm,
first.
mhm.
Okay. So I got one over.
Nice. Okay, so you continue hauling, but you're at around, you're doing the half speed. And I will get back with another check or two, but that end is in sight. Feora, you race over and you see Ladrin, hair is getting scorched up, skin bubbling on the exposed shoulders. She's just sort of cooking in there. What do you want to do? You gonna reach in and get her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You reach in. You got to climb in over one of the logs to get her and pull her out. You make first roll a d6 for me. This is going to be that full damage. You get in here. You get your arms under. You begin pulling. What'd you get?
6.
Okay. subtract that from what you have. And where does that leave you?
Negative.
You get in there, get your arms around and start pulling, and the flames are licking your skin. The smell of, burnt hair filling your nostrils, and it's not just Ladrin's now, it's yours. And the heat gets super intense, and you fall back. Black collapsed on top of you. So, Thea,
Mm-hmm.
you are racing. Can I have one final athletics check?
Yeah.
This one's gonna have to be a disadvantage.
Understood. Okay. Just so I understand, are we falling? Because I think I'm a little confused. Are we falling unconscious because of the number we're subtracting from the D12, or from our hit points?
Yeah, from the number from the D12.
Okay. Okay. Then I should have. Okay. So now that I understand, I would have fallen unconscious coming out of the flames because I had 5 left and I took 6.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. With everything you have, you are dragging Yuna. The fire damage, the additional fire damage has just tightened your skin to desiccated to the point where you can barely move, and fall unconscious on the ground. The last sounds you're hearing are crumbling trees around you, the smell of the forest burning. I'm sending some people some direct messages. Although I think at this point I can, instead of that, let me see who's responded. Okay. I'm going to just send these back to a couple people, and then I'll update. Let me see, Faete, did you? Okay. All right, let me change this to Faete, and then lastly, check in on Thea. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So I've sent this to each person sort of as they've collapsed roughly. So I'll read this out loud so our viewers can get the full picture here as well. For each of you, as you fall unconscious and everything turns to dark, you lurch upright in your tent. The early morning sun gleaming through the fibers of your tent wall. The air is clear and fresh, though you find yourselves covered in sweat, with your heart pounding in your chest. You quickly peer outside your tent to assess, only to find yourself camped in the same spot, but with no forest in sight. Only the plains of the Morishita expanse greet you. And then everyone had to do a wisdom saving throw. And those, it's basically the same for each, with a minor difference for failures. But you hold within you an echo of fear from some terrible tragedy of the past. You experienced the terror and horror of the last moments of someone lost to it. For those that failed, for the next 48 hours, they are frightened by fire. Forests, apparently never here, not for 16 years. Ghostly forest. This is an echo. Fear echo, which is one of the new things that you get to play with a little bit with one of Natasha's books. Yeah, that the reason you rolled a d12 is because you were regular people living in this forest. That's the hit points for commoners, up to a d12. you were trying to save your own, your loved ones, and just kind of, settles in and leaves you with the experience that was literally burned into the fabric of reality across the Motoshita expanse here. But you are, in fact, on the plains. There was no forest. You have less than a week to make it to the Phalanx forest. As each you wake up again, it's morning time. You kind of pop yourselves out of your tents all around that same time, and I'll give you a minute. As long as you want. I'll just give you a little playing time.
Ladrim wouldn't have left her tent just yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Directly after waking up, Pharaoh would have rushed over to where Ladrins had been set up. Just kind of like, are they in there? Like, not quite having her senses together yet. Just the last thing she kind of felt was that she had tried to save Ladrin and failed.
Oh, I mean, she's there, hyperventilating in a fetal position.
She like bursts into the tent and sees her and just, and she just holds her.
She'll let you. I don't think she realizes that that's what's happening, but she'll let it.
All right. Anything for Tuna or Dia?
I think I'm gonna first check to see if Gil is there.
Sleeping soundly.
Mm-hmm. And I think same thing for me. Just pick up Gil and go over to Tuna's tent and not really say anything, but just be beside them.
Yeah, how about for you in reaction to that thought?
I feel like Tuna's quiet. Just very quiet about everything. Just almost embarrassed. Not because of that, but because of the vision and being the first to fall and all that.
Oh, Fortune rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. Morning, harrowing. After a harrowing experience, a very deep in thought decompression morning takes place. Before, one point, maybe after lunchtime, after a good considerable time, you know that you've got to get moving, start breaking things down, making, some food for the trip. To continue your way through. Next stop is hitting the Phalanx and traveling through there, through Aurora's summit mountain range to probably through Stonemire. That's a city in there, in the library city in the mountain, on your way to Hell's Gate Marsh. Okay, well, everyone at the camp is accounted for, with one Gregory is peeing in the fields.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Whiff.
Get out!
With that, we'll take our bio break. For anyone that... the looks of disappointment in your eyes. I'm so sorry. Like disappointment in me. Like
I was like,
person.
okay, we're about to get a bio break thing, and then you said that, and I'm like, oh no, we're
Oh,
not getting a bio
no.
break thing.
Yay. so take about a 10-minute break of fun, and then we'll come back, and our audio will be hot. So consider chatting with us if you'd like, but we'll catch you in about 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Whee! Off. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
here we
Lord.
are. Woo! Always something when traveling. Who's to blame for that? He's the jerk that keeps setting this up. All right, and so you continue your journey. Now, you are all fully rested. You didn't use any skills or spells while in there, so you're good. But if you need to, for any reason, make sure you do a full rest. Because you've certainly had it. I imagine it's a bit quiet, backing up camp. Somber, just getting business done and getting on. As you spend the day continuing to travel these wide open plains, it's a bit surreal that there's this phantom forest, this echo of fear. To have seen what it was before, what it's now, it's surreal. Tall grains blow in the wind, the late spring or mid spring weather. Continue on the road southward. As the latter portion of the day passes by, let me know if anyone has any further roleplay they want to do today. Otherwise, we'll get to camp tonight because tonight is the first of 4 full moons. Set up camp, and I guess I'll just check in and see if anyone has any plans for managing tonight with the full moon. I'll let you all talk actually among one another. Figure it out.
So, what all do we have to curb the wolf?
I think you picked up 2 separate things. I think you got the wolf's bane. You got the plant that you can bind into a rope, and then you got was it a collar? The moonstone.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
moonstone makes the wolf docile. Or so says the Lupine Pandac. The ropes just weaken the wolf greatly. They'll make you in your regular forms feel sick, really sick, but they won't do any damage. But they actually hurt the werewolf, but they'll keep it bound. They make him like. Actually, I should go into the document. Make sure I'm saying this right. It's now been 2 weeks since I made it, and it's too long for my brain to remember.
Wolfsbane can trap a werewolf, or a spiral of wolfsbane studded rope can keep a werewolf in their wolf form even after death. And can trap a werewolf in their wolf form. I can't say that word. And render them unable to shift. So.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got that.
But if ingested, it causes you to become severely weak and feverish.
Okay. Excellent. I mean, not excellent, but helpful. Some of that. Yeah, and it is not a red moon. Thank goodness. Not. Let me double check. I don't think it's an eclipse. This is June 18th. That we're on, so not an eclipse. None of the other stuff. Where's the moonstone? Oh, right. It's the hecatolite. This blocks the effects of the moon and disrupts the natural cycle of transformation. When combined with silver collars, it traps the werewolf in wolf form and renders it tame. Usually used by hunters and sorcerers. It saps the wolf's powers over time. which can really mess it up, right? The wolf can lose track of time that has passed and takes away their ability to speak mentally, their words coming instead out choppy and slow if a year or more has passed. So the moonstone you can use, but that can trap it. When combined with a silver collar, you do have silver collars too. It traps a werewolf in its wolf form, not the regular form. If you're not using the silver collars, it might aid you a little bit in preventing, since it disrupts normal transformation. Tuna, I think you would be the only one that's like in tune, enough to know that might also kind of mess up the, some progress, because it's sort of progress you're making with your wolf to sort things out together. And each month is a new challenge. But over time, the book says that gets better and better and better until you're just one with the wolf within. Disrupting it takes away its chance to be out and doing its own thing, and might mess that up a little bit, make things more challenging down the line. But yeah, those would be the options.
I already have a challenge as it is. I want an extra on top of it down the road.
So these things will help. I think Wolfsbane, you don't want them to be in their wolf form because that really gets them, I think. It can trap them in their wolf form. If a werewolf's skin is exposed to Wolfsbane, it'll burn them.
How much wolfsbane do we have?
Let's see. You probably planned for a few months, maybe, enough for two of you. I don't think Feyre had talked yet about the werewolf before stopping at Crystal Brook. Or did you know? She
Yes,
talked about
because
it right
that's
away.
why we got the collar.
Yes.
Was
Okay.
to be
Gotcha.
tame enough to bite her.
Nice. Right. So there would be 3 months worth for 3 of you. So I guess 9, enough for 9 doses.
Would it be enough to put on like the tent entrances to just like hang from it? So if we tried to go in, it would like burn us. I know that's typically mountain ash, but
You could certainly give that a shot.
we could also, or I'll do this in character. Okay, so actually, I'm not in character yet. Would the wolfsbane mess up our progress, or just the collar?
Definitely with a collar, you feel that would mess it up.
Yeah.
Wolfsbane, it depends. I mean, the combination collar and moonstone or whatever it was would mess it up. If you're just doing a silver collar, I mean, anything that's going to inhibit it without talking to it and being like, hey, I don't really want you to come out. We're on the road. It's dangerous right now.
Yeah.
Might inhibit it. These might be
Okay.
a little more for like emergencies. Like right now, Ladrin's is still all out primal. So it might be like sort of emergency stops, I guess. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything without maybe talking
gotcha.
and being like, can we talk about?
Okay. I don't think I need to do a collar or wolfsbane. I think that would cause more harm than good at this point. I don't know if we can go far enough away for it to matter. But I don't want us to be in the middle of camp, personally.
Later, just nodding.
I could. Hold on. I I could set a glyph down to stop us if we get too close to the camp. I can. Let me see what magic circle does. That is nothing.
You can also, have a collar handy, so if one of you
Yeah.
changes and the other doesn't, instead of going through a whole fight, maybe able to just grapple and get a collar on.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely a plan too.
I think a collar with Wolfsbane not only does a little burning, but it makes them sick too and kind of incapacitate them.
Yeah. Ladrin, you just want to raw dog it and just
Sorry,
have
I'm a
it on
child.
standby?
Yeah, I love it.
You just like absent-mindedly like.
All right. Sorry.
Amazing.
To apologize.
Never.
I once referred to building a tavern in survival mode in Minecraft as raw dogging Minecraft. So, you know.
Oh,
Love it.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay, so you take one of the silver collars, entwine Wolfsbane around it, and are you leaving it out and ready for one of you to grab?
Yes.
Okay. And you're traveling just, a decent bit away from camp, nothing too far.
Yeah.
Too close.
So they can at least have warning if we start storming the camp.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you set off. Feora and Dia, what would you two like to do back at camp as Ladrin and Tuna head out?
Great question. Yeah, I think until I mean, there's really nothing that I can that can help them at the moment. So just sitting with Gil and just watching the sunset, just kind of not wanting to, after the events of like last night, not wanting to probe anything, I think.
Okay. Feora, anything for you?
She would turn in early so that she can get her 4 hours, so that if anything does happen, she's like fully energized to handle it.
All right, well then let's get underway. I'll try and just kind of advance time a little faster through these 4 parts, so we're not stuck. So I'll just ask Tuna and Ladred. First, I'll just ask how you're going into this night with the wolf within. Are either of you trying to like will a conversation with the wolf, or either of you trying to fight the wolf, or just let them, out and do their thing?
I don't want it to run free, but
Mhm.
like I'll let the wolf out if it wants out, and if it's like, hey, I'm not gonna cause problems.
Nice. Okay. And Ladrin? Where's Ladrin? Yours is still very primal, hasn't really wanted to talk. You haven't really wanted to talk, and it's just kind of been like a battle so far, which is, it's all new, right? So what would you like to do?
Love that. I think she'll try, if she could, to talk with it,
Okay.
but because she's just kind of like, I don't give a fuck right now. So, like, hey, do what you want, but like limits, boundaries.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, just so you get the bonus. It's not an actual saving throw, but I want you to have the bonus if you have it.
19.
Okay. You find yourself able to, through some meditation, trancing meditation, to go into that space. with the wolf. You find yourself starting that roll in the clearing. The other wolves sort of pacing back and forth, but keeping their head turned towards you. What do you want to say to them? Kind of encapsulate that.
Do I still have like my bag on me? Am I able to like take things out,
No,
like
this is
material
sort of a mental.
things? Okay. Okay.
You can
That's
try
it.
and will something in here, and
No, she doesn't have the energy for that. Listen. Yeah. I've had a really shitty past night. I would love to let you just do what you want in exchange for maybe leave my friends alone. You do what you want, leave my friends alone. That's it. I would love to be friends, really. But you're not in a very talkative mood. I understand.
make a persuasion check.
What?
3? Nice. What a friend. They taste good. Why do we waste time when we can be hunting?
Do I know what direction? I mean, I would. What direction camp is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll just say like south or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These friends are in my pack, so to speak.
Hmm.
I will let you hunt the north, the east, and the west side of this area if you can just leave the south side alone. I feel like I'm giving more than I have in the past.
I will let you do one more persuasion check, because that is a huge thing for you, and therefore a huge thing for the wolf within.
Okay. 16.
Well, let's find out.
That's the highest it's ever going to get, let me tell
Okay.
you. Charisma's not my
Well,
game.
they share your charisma stat, so.
Oh, nice. Nice. Of course they do.
Tonight, I agree. The hunting is good. And maybe tomorrow. Well, the other night, month. But there best be good game.
Oh, I fucking hope so.
They approach and actually finally sit across from you. Very well.
She'll
Mhm.
well, she'll hold out her hands kind of like we need a shake on it.
Mm-hmm. It lifts
This is
sort
a
of
trust.
lumbering wolf paw and kind of bats it down, like an acknowledgement, but sort of a Ladrin acknowledgement. Like,
Love it.
yeah. All right. Good. In that case, can I have both Tuna and let me think. Tuna, can you just do a general wisdom saving throw for me, Tuna? And we'll just see kind of where things are with the wolf tonight.
That's a 12.
Okay, you're starting from a good place, so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna use my inspiration yet.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to talk to your wolf, and as you said, sort of break it down. Like just leave you already have sort of that arrangement. It's worked in the past, and it seems to be like still intact. They will ask in that clearing, will the other wolf be joined? Will they be a problem?
That remains to be seen. But I have faith in Legion.
What would you ask of me? Our problem.
We protect the others.
Oh. I thought from the clearing. And yeah, first night, you both shift because you're both willing to let the shift happen, if I'm understanding it right, just to double check. You both shift. I'll let you two choose in your wolf states if you want to work together or try to work together tonight, or you're going to go off in your separate directions and hunt. You can talk to each other. Ladrin's wolf would probably share, but that's up to you, Ladrin, too, if you're going to share like as this wolf that you're going to hunt elsewhere. Another.
Oh yeah, no, she would have shared that the South is to be left alone. The North, East, and West are ours. To do with as we please.
Yeah, I think Tuna would go with Ladrin.
Okay.
Nice.
You get that sense there's still quite a bit of that primal energy, that not really, they seem to be, seems as though they're going to honor their deal, but very much just in it for the hunt. Yeah, the night goes by, and it's a hunt, whether, or not you wish to enjoy it later on, there will be a slight sense of camaraderie between the two of your wolf forms as you've hunted for the night in other directions away from the camp. However, like monitoring it first, I'm sure there's still the whole night, like, for Tuna, like keeping a careful eye, but
oh yeah, that's why Tuna went with Ladrin.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, wise.
Yeah, yep, they seem to abide by their agreement. But there is something about hunting with a fellow pack member that is it's nice, and sort of part of their nature. So that night goes by. I'll just sort of, again, pause me if anyone has any role-play ending tonight. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of zip through the next three. So,
Yeah, you go on ahead.
all right, if you can both give me your journey for the next day. Next night, set up wisdom saving throws from each of you, if you could, just to get a sense. I'm going to roll for the hunting. Okay, good. Hunting was good last night, so Legion are both ready, good for the next night. Tuna, what'd you get?
14.
Okay, nice. Legion?
19?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, same next night. I assume, Tuna, you're going to also keep an eye on
Yes.
Legion's wolf? Same as the night prior. We will. Next night, if you don't mind both rolling your next thing. And when you're ready, Tuna, let me know what you got.
13.
Slow down, it keeps going down.
We're
But it's still
going
good.
down.
I was gonna say each night that you're doing this, like you're sort of it's not that dual mind setup, but you are like sort of backseat. But you feel yourself sort of gravitating and becoming more of this in this woven state, less Tuna, more woven as pack hunting is going on, for another. Adrian, how about you?
11.
Things are on
So
roll
good.
this week, and the hunting rolls for the other, opposite camp directions have been really good. So that's enough to get you through the third night, bringing us to the last night, the fourth night. Why there's 4 nights of this. I don't know. But here we are. Uh, one last wisdom saving throw, if you don't mind. Tuna, what'd you get?
17.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. You're reining back some of that control. Uh-oh. Was that at Ladrin's roll? Ladrin, what'd you get?
Yes.
It was great. It was great. Nat 20 for a 28.
You are so in the zone, Ladrin. You find like you've been resisting, right? And you've been on guard, and you've been separating from this. You've got all this other stuff going on, right? And then with all the crazy events of the past, but each night you let a little that wall down with this wolf within until tonight, this fourth night, you're sort of lost in this in a good way with this wolf. You really just let yourself give into the nature of it, you know, the druidic side of the nature of it, and you are the wolf. It's you have this unanimous mind that Tuna has experienced before, and you were racing, you know, just through the woods, you and Tuna hunting together, you know, not just racing around together, but like carefully tactically, you know, getting larger prey and having some wonderful little victories there. And by the end of the fourth night, sort of an elated, like primal hunt feeling. Yeah, and Tuna, you're of course also getting some of that with that 17, I think it was, right? Nice. So you're also just really that, you know, like you put that bond of like the pack and hunting as that last night finishes. And we move on from this month's travel werewolf scariness. Okay, you wake up the next morning. Let's see, it was 4 nights. So there are 2 days left until you're going to hit the edge of the Phalanx. Known for having a lot of different crossover spots to the Feywild, much like the Wildwood Thicket, but things are a little more loosey-goosey here in the Phalanx. A lot less order to it. Okay. So I just had to pull up my map real quick here. I'm so sorry. Let's see our travel map. Y'all are down here. So a couple more days goes by, and pause me if at any point you have roleplay you'd like to do. Fear, is there any roleplay you'd like to do now that the full moons have gone by? Do you need more time? So you already more time to consider the bite and how to go about it after Latrin did so well this excuse me, last round. So sorry.
Don't apologize for coughing.
I'm just like, where are my mute buttons?
How dare you?
Oh, dear.
Cough? Who even does that?
How very dare.
So 2010, Dan. Yeah, anything for Feyora?
I think while like at the campfire eating, like on the last night, she'll just randomly look up at Ladrin. So when are you gonna bite me?
Coughs up whatever if she was eating or drinking something.
Do you want to go for a walk real quick?
No. But no, I'll go. Yeah.
Literally,
And we're
around
like,
the camp.
Just
Yeah.
grab.
Yeah, no. We're like ducked behind a tree, or well, I guess there's not trees. We're in a, or are we in
Like-
trees?
Hills.
Yeah, you hit the Phalanx, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, hiding behind a tree, like still listening, like
And doing like a, you know,
yeah, we're playing patty cake, but we're not.
wow. Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Um, Well, this this month's full moon series went better than the last time. So yes. Does she know that she has to be in the wolf form before she can bite? Oh, she can just do free
You can
like
try and just
whenever.
bite her if you want. You don't know what'll happen. Ow, ow.
Oh,
Anything? Nope.
Are you feeling
Better
anything?
keep at it.
hey, how do I want to do this? Mm-hmm. I think she would know. She needs to.
I mean, it feels like that would make sense.
She's at the pan
Uh-huh.
deck too. I feel like there would
Yeah.
have to be something in there saying
Yes. mm, uh, she will actually ask Tuna and Dia to come back.
yeah, what kind of
Poke
shit are
out
you
from behind a
into?
tree.
Yes.
Yes?
I need you to watch.
I didn't know that's what you were into, but all
Okay.
The
right.
pack bond is really taking effect.
You know, I think it might be possible to be too close.
There's no such thing, though.
Not for.
Just sitting in a chair. What's the plan, lady?
She'll just. We're gonna have some more tea. No, I listen, Feora, before I fight you, because I will if you still want to. I feel like y'all need to know something first, and then if you still feel that way after, then yes, I can fight you. She'll stand up and then start pacing around. Is this morning or night? I forget.
Should be night, I think.
Nighttime. She'll be pacing around, and I'm sure she's already made tea, so she's like passing out everyone's tea, like calming tea. It's not making her calm at all. She's so worked up. So worked up. So this is about the other nights. Like a week. Has it been like 5 days now? 6 days?
Since
A
the
week?
Echo of Fear. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been about 6 days.
6 days. Okay. That's enough time for her to stew over it. So I told y'all enough of my past, but I haven't been 100% forthcoming with it because I'm very ashamed of it. But I feel like y'all should know if you want to know. I'm just going to tell you. Okay. She's very nervous right now. So, my home that no longer exists, we had a clan. It was just us. And when you turned 85, you got to be part of a ceremony. And you would go to this altar that we had, and you were blessed with a gift. And my clan had water or earth gifts. And every once in a while, someone got air, but it was very rare. So when it was my turn, I got this. And she'll just kind of do like a tiny little produce flame, like letting it bounce across her fingers. Which was weird because that's not, no one's had that before. And it made things a little worse for me because I've been bullied and targeted for these markings on me. So I wasn't very well liked. So I kept to myself a lot. And then this happened and it just kind of made things worse. So and then that's when Gregory decided to make himself known. It's the only good thing that happened from that ceremony. So anyways, there was a woman. Her name was Phelan. She was the love of my life. I was planning, probably not that night. No, probably that night. I don't know. But I had a ring. We had been dating for a while. Anyways, the people who had bullied pretty much me my entire life decided to make things worse that evening. Came over and said some very hateful things. Everyone thinks that I either get blamed for killing my mom, or I'm just an abomination, or I don't know. So anyways, this just happened to be about my mother saying a hateful comment. And that's when Phelan decided to step up and defend me. So it kind of took that focus off of me. And then she was in the line of fire. And one thing led to another. They shoved her. She hit her head and died. I got very angry because obviously, so I guess they didn't realize what they did, but so I guess their attention went back to me, and so they didn't really see it coming. But the agony was so intense that out of nowhere I had these vines shoot out of my markings. And they sort of like tunneled everywhere. And there was this like flower, this like gorgeous violet blue flower that sort of like started to bloom, sort of like protecting me and Phelan. And then it sort of burst into flames, and then it sort of just went through the went down the vines, and then just spread everywhere. Like, I don't really know what happened, except I'm the reason why the hellfire happened. And I haven't been back since. This is the first time I've been on this side since I left, or I didn't realize it had expanded so far. So I've been trying to find a way to make that not happen again. And I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all sooner. And she just keeps pacing.
You don't owe us an explanation. But thank you for trusting us.
I felt really bad the other night, so like I had caused it by being back. And no one needs to relive that. So, except for me. So, I'm sorry. She's just like shaking, and then she'll probably turn to Feora and say, if you change your mind about me biting you, I would completely understand.
Not at all. Not as if that you tried to. And I'm sorry that you lost someone close. I know how much that hurts.
Yeah. I don't like letting a lot of people in. Don't like trusting people. But for some reason, y'all, I did not expect to get this close. But I think we've been through a lot enough that y'all need to know who you're really traveling with. Like, I know it was my fault. I know I just basically murdered and displaced a shit ton of people. But yeah, Gregory's really been the only one that has stuck around the longest. And now y'all are here. So yeah. More tea? I feel like I need more tea. She's gonna go make more tea. Mhm.
I know if anyone's waiting to roleplay, please feel free to. I don't want to step on. Um, if not,
I just think that Tuna said everything, really. um,
well, Ladrin, you head over. Probably make tea, probably in your own head, like, okay, all right. I've shared that. Are they, taking their sentiments?
Gonna leave me.
Yeah, like, but are they, probably
They're gonna
the
leave
doubt?
me.
Mm-hmm. Are they gonna leave, or am I gonna lose them?
Mm-hmm.
And everything else, but there is something to be said about the moment when you turn around to serve tea and your friends look over and smile and, welcome you back over. And you share this thing that you have buried deep inside for a very long time with people. They're greeting you with a smile. They're here. There's certainly the must feel, and I don't want to say this for you, so correct me if I'm wrong, but there's probably some part of you that feels like a weight has been lifted to be able to share that.
Mm-hmm.
And it ties in well, with sort of experiencing some of that, what happened to other people on fire. Yeah, for now, no one's, asking, pushing for any other questions or answers or anything. They're glad to have their friend back over with their tea. And you've got a journey to continue ahead, but it's a safe environment to share if you need to.
She'll after she's handed out her tea, she's gonna probably sit next to Feora and just like she probably would have worked up tears after like that big weight had been lifted and just like looks up and just says like thank you. Being my friend.
Bear would wipe off any remaining tears on her face and just kind of rub her back.
It's bites. Awesome.
I'm just imagining. I am imagining everyone's like taking a long rest, and she like crawls over like Asterion would crawl over and like bite, and you wake up and you're like, what are you doing?
Good morning to you too.
Well, good morning. Yep. Yep.
Nice. Thank you, Tasha.
You're welcome. But she'll probably like tell Feora like maybe not tonight, but I'll bite you whenever.
Nice.
Tomorrow.
I will add, yeah, in the Lupine Pandect, you and Tuna have read through, and Feora, I think at least, if idea, of course, you weren't here, so I know you also don't have as much an investment as they do in the Lupine Pandect, but it does talk about the more advanced you get, the more you can draw out this wolf when you need it versus just during this transformation. So it's not limited to the full moon. And that you can attempt that whenever you want. It's the more you attempt it, the easier it gets. And it's just one of those wisdom savings where it's basically to see if you hit the DC that starts kind of high and moves down. But the DC can change based on the role play, the motion, and stuff like that too. I always want to reward that. So I'll put that out there.
Okay, well, then she'll probably feel more inclined to do it tonight.
Okay.
If Feyre is willing tonight, before they go to bed.
Go to bed. That's awesome.
No, she's gonna sneak in and
Surprise. There's an animal in my blankets.
let you in.
Okay, is Favor willing tonight?
Hell yeah.
Nice. All right, Adrian. I mean, you're welcome to role play out that scene, but when you're ready, let me know and we'll just do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. She will step outside a little campfire circle. And yeah, she'll try willing her wolfie out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw then, if you would. We'll just do, I think, a straight one for that.
23.
Okay. There's a DC. I'm gonna just, oh yeah. Yeah, you have a moment of in that clearing, and you're in a really good place with your wolf right now, and set some conditions like this is brief. And when I'm done, we're done. We're not hunting. I'm gonna be my hybrid form, and it's a success. You shift into your hybrid form, and you have that dual mind that you had on the fourth full moon, fourth night of the full moon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll let you continue.
Okay. Do you want to do this here? Where do you want me to bite you? Foot? Do you want an arm? Do you want a leg?
I pulled out her right arm.
I can do that. She'll do you want this part or this part?
It doesn't matter.
She'll do what is this, your bicep? On the outside. She'll go and try to gently bite.
Oh. Nice. Carrie. Okay, you go in for the bite. It's gonna hurt a little bit. But Fiora, you're letting it happen, so there's no roll for that. I'm not gonna do damage because you'll be traveling. You can heal. But you get bitten. Now your body's gonna do what it's gonna do, but because you've been a werewolf before, and this is something that you want to happen, I'll ask if you are like just doing your best mentally to allow yourself to, receive the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me check and see what the. Oh no! Did I close my werewolf doc? What am I thinking?
You fool.
Not for real. Okay. Bite. Bite, please. Okay, can you please do... There it is. Constitution saving throw. And you can do it at disadvantage.
I don't know if that'll be necessary.
Okay, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Okay, yep. That easily fails. You just have, like, you're waiting. Oh, it stings, and you're, there's a little bit of a burn that comes after it, and you're just, Legion's like, like mouthful of your arm. Like, is it? And you're kind of waiting, and then you feel a little bit lightheaded, a little dizzy, and you get kind of flashes of visions, the full moon taking up most of the starry sky above, um, racing through the forests, howling with pack, and your wolf under your gentle pet as you were saying goodbye. But in this vision, Wolf looks up, gives you a lick under the chin, kind of snap back to where you are. Ladrin's still on your arm. Oh.
I think you could stop now.
Oh. Okay. Can she can cast in, no. When she's able,
just-
she'll
I can sleep it
Like-
off. It's fine.
no. She like she knows that you like consented, but like she wants to like medicine it up. So it will patch you up.
Yeah. All right. Well, you you finish up, and you're all set for the night. Yeah. Are you going your separate ways, or is it Legion? I imagine you shift back into your regular form.
I would have, yes.
Mm.
I like if can she still be in the clearing after like right
If you
before
want
she
to,
shifts back
sure.
out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but before she goes or shifts back,
Hmm.
she wants to ask or first thank the wolf for
Oh,
cooperating. And also, do you have a name?
no. Simply,
You want a name.
I would like to earn a name. When you feel I've earned one, you can share with me. When I feel you've earned one, give a name to you as
Okay. I do have a name, but I'm okay with another one too. You, if you want, you can take half of mine when you're ready.
that has promise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Half smirk.
Yay. Smirk.
Nice. So you do that, you shift back into your regular form beside Feora. And then as night comes to a close, you both
Um,
I
if
see. Mhm.
stop, the wheels are turning. Um, if is Peora sleeping?
You just bit her, so I think
Oh,
she's
like this
still...
is like now?
Yeah,
Then no,
yeah.
she's not
It
gonna
was just like,
Okay.
yeah. I
Then no,
do whatever.
she's gonna
Yeah.
No, don't
She's
do
gonna wait till
whatever.
she's gonna wait until Feora goes to bed. And then crawl into the tent and then like sleep back to back.
Aw, that's sweet.
She'll do. Yeah, made it sweet. Damn it.
Yeah, you can do whatever. I just, fans need a clarification for like what direction that
I
was going
understand.
after.
But I'm gonna make this so slow, it's gonna be antagonizing.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, yeah. So you get that nice back-to-back warmth, and that nice sleep, and you wake up, next day ready for travel. You all pack up and continue your journey. You only have I'll this map open. Oh, thank goodness it did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days to get through the Phalanx and reach the base of Stonemire. Excuse me. So after 3 days of travel, you can start seeing the mountain range in the distance. There's still a lot of that cloudy gray atmosphere between you and the mountains, but it's coming into view. There isn't too much going on in your travel yet. You're on your toes, ready for anything. Latron, I think you've been down here in the past. Faete, I know you have. This area is like full of those whimsical dangers of the Feywild. You do happen to come across where? Oh, that's Sally. You do happen to come across. You're feeling pretty weary from all the travel, of course. After a few months here, a couple months. Usually take the opportunity when you can. If there's a brook or some body water, you can get you washed up and everything else. You hunt when you can hunt and pick berries. Otherwise, you get your rations. And you do come across a clearing in the woods here, where there's a crystal clear spring of water. It's idyllic. Water softly falls from a short cliff above, little waterfall, and stirs the surface of the spring below. There's a deer sipping at its edge, catches your presence and runs off into the woods. A very nice place to rest. There's the slight smell of sulfur, but it's not like there's no devils and demons. But you recognize a hot spring. Do you have any interest in stopping, or are you moving on?
Well, duh. I'm sorry, I can't speak for everybody.
Nice.
Well, duh.
Awesome.
Obviously. We haven't had a beach episode yet, so
Exactly. We need an emotionally traumatizing beach episode.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, Serene, you cracked me up.
Yes.
That is so funny.
It's so on point. Well, yeah, you all are able to rest and relax here. And for your adventurous spirit, in pursuing something like this in the Feywilds, you find yourselves extra rested and recovered. When you're done, can I ask each of you to roll one of your personal hit die? And then I'll go around and ask.
I was just gonna say, let me roll this meek D6.
Nice. The power.
Oh fuck.
Tuna, what'd you get?
I think I just have to roll a dice. I was trying to find if there was a way to roll hit dice.
Oh.
It's a D8 for clerics, so 3.
Okay, remember the number. Faora?
3.
Okay, well, remember the number. Dia?
6.
Nice. Okay, remember the number. And Ladron?
5.
Nice. You can add that number to your maximum HP as it's increased for good in this Feywild spring. It's an enchanted spring.
Oh fuck
Also
yes.
from Tasha.
Ooh.
Thanks, Tasha.
Yeah. It's got good and bad. Chaos, just chaotic.
Oh,
In
that's
order to do
fine.
so, you might have to go like back into managing HP and
Yeah.
be sure you change your just add it to your rolled HP. But if that doesn't work, you can figure it
My rolled HP is
Ah.
now 69.
out. Yay!
Nice.
That's it. We can pack up.
Now we're
I
done.
won D&D. I didn't know it was possible.
So I definitely think I
The
messed
69,
up.
everyone wins.
I accidentally did an override and I don't know how to change it back.
Oh, it doesn't. That's the fun of override.
Oh no! I messed it up.
It's okay. I'll look it up later and see. I've tried it several
Okay.
times. I usually just have to redo the character sheet, but we'll see if we can find a
Okay.
way to. We'll get a sort. No problem. I think for now, just make the override whatever. Do you remember what it was before?
It was yes, I wrote it down because
Okay.
I always mess up somehow.
I literally cleared all of my stats out last time we played, so like you're good.
There's always something with D&D Beyond for sure. Okay. Yeah, congrats. I'm so excited. I worry sometimes, I make a lot of dangerous things and gets people rightfully guarded. So I love that you're like, okay, now we'll check out the springs. Oh,
That's a
yes.
beautiful HP.
Yes, go ahead, Farrah.
Just while they're, relaxing at the spring, Farrah would share that when she first came here to this plane, they actually landed in these woods.
From your pre-sundering world. When the sundering occurred, this popped out. How old were you when you popped out here?
Ooh, that's a good question. Wait.
Notes.
Wait. Wait. I would have been like 12.
Elf baby.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, you see what there opens up a little bit. This is, in fact, where she appeared in this world. And yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm like, and I'm like, I don't share anything else. Yeah.
I think that's most of it for this area, at
Mhm.
least. Landed here, traveled.
Well, it's nice to be resting and relaxing. Kind of, it definitely washes away. Outside of increasing the max HP, it just washes away a lot of that stress that gets held in your muscles and everything. Refresh, rejuvenated, and you're able to continue your journey. The next day, let's see, leaving you 3 days away from Aurora's summit mountain range. It becomes clear that something's possibly a little amiss. As you can see, much closer, another day closer to the mountain range, you can see, even from here, that the howling is present above Aurora's summit. And it is just emptying walls of rain down across the mountain range, across the entirety of this mountain range. But that's 3 days
Okay.
away. Yeah. but sorry, please carry on.
I was just gonna say, God, do you know how to avoid it this time? But if it's 3 days away, that's 3-day me problem.
That's awesome.
As long as it doesn't start moving towards us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we have 4th level spells now, including control water.
Oh.
So
So I should probably prepare water breathing or something. All right.
I'm going control water so I can make a little bubble around us if we need to.
Very cool.
It'll last 10
style.
more minutes.
Just move around some spells. We don't need to. Do we want to walk on water or do we want to breathe?
Breathe. breathe.
Oh, we have to choose
Breathe.
between those? I would
Yeah,
breathe.
Yeah. Personally,
I choose breath.
Done. I think
For
we
both
would
of
be
you,
breathing if we
Jesus,
were
I mean-
walking.
It's amazing.
Done.
Excellent. Yeah, so it helps kind of
Well done.
inform as everyone prepares their stuff. Um, Again, you're all pretty strong adventurers now. Not much bothers you roadside, so you'll continue through the next 3 days, unless anyone has a pause, just in case anyone has anything they want to do before reaching the base of the mountain. Okay. All right. On that final day, final day's travel is very informative. You're sort of in like the remnants of the storm. That's heavy rain. Ooh, let me get the thunder on here. Some thunder, but the howling can take many different shapes and sizes. Beforehand, it was maybe the size of the city, Overman's Mill, when you saw it there. Probably maybe roughly the same, maybe a little smaller when it washed you all out in your travel. This time it's running along. It's kind of shaped itself to cover the mountain range with there's sort of an arch, a curve rather, to the mountain range, and it's sort of matching itself to that end to end. Here you're just the thunder's in the distance. You're getting some of that heavy rain, but you can see as you're in the final few hours of approaching, the ground is flooded here in a lot of different places. You're only in a couple inches of water out here, but again, in the last couple of hours, you see forces of nature at work here with waters. Some rivers that were not rivers before, new rivers. Other like flash flood areas you can watch down the mountain as it breaks, like some earth has given way and water flushes it out to the side. The road that you're following leads you directly to a grand entrance for Stonemire. As you're approaching, you can see there's a couple signs you start seeing for Stonemire ahead, and carved into the base of the mountain here on the side is a grand doorway for the city that is built within and throughout the mountain range. Of course, your options beforehand and still now are you can try and go over the mountain, you can try and go or try and go through the mountains, and there happens to be an entrance to Stonemire, which probably leads at least to some part of the other side of the mountain. But you don't know if it actually leads out to the marsh on the other side or not. But as you're standing here, drenched in the rain, slosh, wet socks, you got like 2 inches of water you're walking through, and you just kind of see as the trees thin out, all this rain, this torrential rain at the peaks, just gushing down in different rivers and natural disasters. I'll ask you what you want to do. I imagine I know. Yes.
what do you think we want to do, Dan?
I mean, I'd like to think you're going to still learn, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a library city. Come on now.
Yeah. Awesome.
Tuna can barely read, but like still.
Yeah. There's books for people that are learning to.
They gotta have pictures.
Yeah, it's got pictures. This isn't a bit, by the way. Tuna learned to read like 6 years ago.
Aww.
That's amazing. oh, good for Tuna. That's exciting. Okay, yeah, you head through this maybe 40-foot stone entrance carved into the side of the mountain. The doors themselves are several sets of doors within that framework, where they're open to people. There's only a handful of like guards, I guess you would assume they are. They all have a uniform, and they have shield weapon and seem to be keeping an eye out. It looks like there's stations for many more, but there's only a couple out here in the pouring rain as you approach. And of course, they'll ask you to halt. Halt, please. Sorry to keep you out in the rain. Your business in Stonemire?
I think we're here to just see the libraries, so
Oh, lovely. From which academic group do you hail, if any?
Um, Jan, what would the one be called that
I
Vixia
know.
was a part of?
That what? It's the person I'm thinking of, right?
I'm positive.
Um, you can just say, gosh. Yeah, I think we have that in a note somewhere, but
It was never established.
okay. Um,
Bob.
all right, give me one quick second, and I will tell you. Let's come up with something. Let me check our things here. Maybe. Oh yeah. Um, I don't know, the uh, Institute for Advanced Thinkers,
So
based in Liam's Landing.
okay. So Theora would have like she would have been in the back of the group because that's where she normally resides. She would have stepped off to the side, and then, as they're asking where do you hail from, steps forward someone you guys have never seen before. The young satyr woman with green eyes, brown hair. She steps forward. What was it again, Dan? I already forgot.
The Institute for Advanced Thinkers, based in Liam's Landing.
What was the Institute of Advanced Thinkers? Liam's Landing?
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I scribbled down a note. Welcome. We always look forward to visits from such a fine institute. Wonderful. Well, please come in. All of you get out of the rain. As you can see, the Howling has decided to set up shop here above Laurel Summit. As you know, this portion of the city here also attends to adventurers and travelers simply passing through. You kind of like mostly talk to, what's your name again?
Vixia.
Vixia? And to Vixia. Further in the city, of course, have permission to access. However, you should know that the mountain and the city within is in a bit of a state of emergency, as it's flooding. Books are trying to be saved, and the city's in a bit of chaos. We're a bit understaffed here. However, you're more than welcome. Just be extra cautious. I cannot say the city is necessarily safe in all areas to traverse. Some might be at your own risk, as again, the floods, sometimes they're flash floods, other times the water's breaking through in other areas. To be safe.
Oh, of course. I do think that the pursuit of knowledge can be quite difficult at times, but it brings a bit of thrill to my job. But you, of course, will be careful, and thank you for the warning.
Of course. Well, please, gestures to allow you all in. Yeah, you step into the mountain to see the first section of Stonemire before you, and describe it next week. I think we'll end tonight's session here. Yay! You've made it to Stonemire and Aurora Summit. Other side of this mountain is Hell's Gate Marsh. Awesome. Well, yeah, okay. So for anyone that's new, hope you had fun. This is our high drama, high fantasy.
A drama.
Yeah, yeah. Watch us. Uh, stream. You can catch us every Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern. Sundered Fate. Yay! Well, I hope you've all had a lovely night. Thank you, players, and just a round of applause for players. Just like played tonight is so amazing. Y'all did so well, as you always do. So entertaining, so fun. Yeah, and we will catch you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.